Great. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the continuation of my playthrough of Time Stories. So last time, I started the Asylum scenario, which is the base scenario that comes with the game. Get through the first little bit, the day room, which is where you start, and I've since made it to the promenade, where I have encountered this lot. So, the first thing you need to do when moving into a new area is place your characters. As I mentioned last time, I'm playing with all 4 characters, even though I'm doing it solo. This game makes keeping track of characters really easy. It's really not that big of a deal to have all 4 characters in play. And it is better to have all 4 characters. There are rules for 3-player, but really all it does is give you some extra time. But anyway, the promenade introduces some new cards. These ones here, these ones are locked. In order to get access to these cards, I need something that has this particular symbol on it, which means that when my characters enter into this location, I can't place them in any of these cards, because I don't have these symbols yet. The only items I have is the key and newspaper, both of which I got in the day room. I have moved my notes into here. I figured it's better than having them in a notepad document, which nobody can see. So at least here you can see the thought process and the information that I'm keeping track of. So you can see the day room. This is what I learned about. I got the key, card 24 from the guy on card D. And the promenade, I know that I need these things. So these are worth keeping track of, because if I do pick up something that gives me this later, I will know to come back here, and this is where it's used. Again, keeping notes and keeping track of all this kind of stuff is part of the game. It is part of the information that the characters are retaining each time they do a run. It's meant to make things quicker and easier the next time. So if I find something that has the pink 2 icon on it, I will know I need to go there to get it, and I need to come here to use it. But there are 3 other cards that I can access. A bunch of rough and tumble looking folks. A couple of guards at a gate. And this dapper looking gentleman with a top hat. So, first things first, when entering into a location, you flip over the A card and have a little read through. So, despite the glaring sun, the wind whips at your faces, and the cold chills your bones. The yard is surrounded by walls high enough to drive any thought of breaking out from your mind. To your left, on a small patch of grass specifically set up for it, 3 people seem to have just finished a croquet game. In the back of the yard, a large gate is guarded by 2 watchmen, and through it you can spy a park and its tree-bordered paths. And to your right, near a wall, a patient in a tuxedo spins around, improvising some short choreography. So now, I get to decide where to place my characters. I figure these guys might be a bit of trouble. So I think I need to send the people that can handle trouble, which in this case is going to be Ferdinand and Edith. Oh, just to recap, the characters that I am playing are Edith, the cannibal. So she eats people to regain health. Ferdinand, who is show-shocked, so he can't finish off opponents that are down to 1 or 2 shields. That's kind of why I want to send him with someone else to help finish off opponents. Vasil is a cocaine addict. He can use these tokens in order to add dice to rolls, but it's bad for him if he ever runs out. And Marie, with erotomania, who is very good at dealing with people. So, people person with the key, I'm thinking of sending her to talk to the guards at the gate. Because if she can talk to them, we might be able to get past, and the key might open this gate. The rough and tumblers, I'm going to send these two, so green and pink, in case they want to start some trouble. Which just leaves Vasil, who I might as well send to talk to this guy. Once the characters have been placed, the cards are flipped over, and you then determine whether or not you're going to perform an action. You read through them, you get any things that are on the cards, and then you can start spending time to actually do stuff. Again, since I'm playing this solo, I'm just going to flip over the cards. Under normal circumstances, if your character is on that location, you would take that card, you'd read it to yourself, and then you can discuss it with other players. But you can't actually show them unless they are also on that space. But again, solo, so there's no one to hide the cards from. Which means I can just do boop, boop, and boop. Okay, so it turns out they're not interested in a fight. They just want to continue playing a game. So I can play a game with them. I can talk with them. Oh, this needs a key, just a different key. The key that I have is 24. That one needs key 6. If you own key 6 and you can persuade the guards, you obtain item 9. So in my notes, I can keep track. Oh, and this one, you want item 4. Okay, I'll get to that in a moment. Let's just go through the flavor text first. One of the 3 croquet players greets you and invites you to come play with them under the unwavering gaze of the nearby watchman. Hey, there you are. How about a quick game? This I wouldn't mind doing, even though the characters are not the greatest at green. Edith might be able to do something here, but unfortunately Ferdinand is in the wrong space. I need to bring some other green characters over here, but the task isn't too difficult, so I might be able to do it. Through the bars of the gate, you can see the park's paths. The gate is locked, and the 2 guards are keeping an eye on you, but perhaps with a bit of glibness, who knows? So this is quite a difficult challenge, but I don't have the key that I need for this. So in my notes, I can keep track of, this is card C? Yes. C needs key 6. Which I haven't found yet. So there's nothing I can really do here. As you approach, the man becomes more animated. Fish, it's Moonstep. I'm with you. I'm an undercover agent. I found a way to activate a fault, but I lost the artifact required. If you find it, come back to see me. So for that I need item 4, which is a plunger. Which I don't have. So D needs plunger. Which is, hang on, what was the item? Item 4. Which just leaves this card. So, in order to perform a challenge, I put a number of shields down, which is shown on the challenge. So in this case, it's simply 4 white shields. And then you make a roll based on the icon shown. So in this case, it is an agility roll. Ferdinand doesn't have any agility, so he can't roll. So in this particular case, it is entirely up to Edith. Now, before anything can be done, a time unit has to be spent. So in this particular case, one can be spent. Since these can't do anything, I figure everyone should just group up here. Even Ferdinand doesn't really have anywhere else to go, so he might as well just stick around. Nobody has any of the things that prevent them, or that are a detriment by being in a group, so this is totally fine. Now, these characters moved over, which means that they can't actually participate in the challenge this round. Edith, however, can, because she was there to begin with. So she has an agility of 2, she can roll 2 dice. And for every one of these little starbursts that are showing, that takes off 1 shield. And you get rid of 4 shields. I think these dice only go up to 2, so if I'm lucky, I could get 2 perfect rolls. Chances are that's not going to happen. But we'll see. Nope, it's only 1. Fortunately, there are no skull shields, so that doesn't take any effect. But I do manage to get rid of 1 of the shields. So one of these comes off. We have started to play the game of croquet. So now I can choose. I can either just abandon the objective, leave, go somewhere else, try something different, or I can spend another time unit to try again. Keep working away at these shields. Since everyone is here, I might as well, because now everyone can participate. So essentially we're working as a team to try and beat these guys. So I am going to spend another time unit. I know I'm kind of wasting a lot of time here, but at this point I'm just trying to figure out where everything is. I'm not actually trying to win, I'm just trying to collect as much information as possible so that I have a better chance of winning on the next round. Next run. So again, green, 3 shields. Edith can go again. Does anyone have more green? No, everyone's at 2. Okay. So Vasil can always spend tokens to get more dice if he really wants to, but again, this is not a particularly challenging challenge. I didn't exactly roll very well, but okay. 1 more gone. Oop. Let's try Marie next. Ooh, she succeeds. Marie steps in, finishes off the game. And by passing the test, I can immediately reveal 4 blue, which is this card. You crush your opponents, who don't seem to like that very much. In frustration, one of them smacks his mallet right into his neighbor's head. Within a few seconds, the scene degenerates into a brawl. Take item 20. So this can be given to anyone. Croquet mallet. Recovered from the ground during the melee and the promenade yard. During a combat roll, the owner of the mallet can roll 1 extra die. Set this card under your receptacle so that the only mallet is showing. This gives someone +1 fight. I think I might give it to Edith. Because she's not the greatest combatant and she can use the extra die. I could give it to Ferdinand for 4, but kind of want to beef her up a little bit. This makes her a little bit more fighty. But anyway, that is that. So now I know I can do this in order to gain a mallet. So for A, agility test, scoring 4, to get mallet. Item 20. Okay, and now that that is resolved, that is over and done with. There's nothing else I can do here. So it is time to move on. Question is, where? I need to find that key or the plunger. No access to a bathroom, maybe in the dormitories, but there's still the infirmary and the kitchen. I think what I might do is check out the infirmary, see if there's any medications. Might get some more cocaine for this guy. And I can talk to the nurse again. I think I'm going to go up there. So, move the token. That costs a number of time units. Nope, 2. Now I can move to a new location. So, these come off. I'll pack away these cards. Oh, that's the one that goes to pink too. Okay. So the only one I haven't found yet is black 4. Okay, these can go back into here. Be very careful not to hit the shuffle button. And I want the cards for infirmary. All right. Slightly shorter location. That's A, B, C, D, and E. Uh-huh. There is a medicine cabinet here. There might be something here. Oh, medicine cabinets are usually locked. Oh, I should have given the key to Facile. That depends on whether or not it even goes to this. Um, that's the nurse, the doctor. Okay, I think what I'm going to do. So there's no locked cards or anything like that. I don't have to worry about that. So now I need to place where my characters go. Oh no, wait. I need to read this card first. You cross the main corridor of the asylum, and open a massive door over which a sign reads, Infirmary. Access forbidden to hysterics and agitated patients. Behind the door, a large room holds a few beds in which patients are lying. At the bedside of one of them, an assistant nurse administers treatment under the attentive eye of Josephine, the nurse you previously met in the day room. Directly in front of you, an orderly stares at you continuously and smiles wildly. No doubt an invitation to speak. I'll probably want to send my conversationalist over to talk to him. On the right, a large armoire filled with medicine of all kinds catches your attention. So that's going to suck because I'm pretty sure I need to give the key to Vasile. I can't remember if you can exchange items while traveling. I'm going to say you can. It makes sense that you should be able to. You're traveling as a group. So, screw it. I don't care what the rules say. I'm going to say that yes, you can trade items. Pretty sure that is an actual rule anyway, but anyway. So yeah, I'm going to give this to Vasile. Just in case it does go to this thing. I'd rather want her to be free up to actually talk to people and not have to open cabinets. Okay, so these ones are going to be easy. I'm going to send Vasile to investigate the cabinet, and I'm going to send Marie to talk to this guy. So now the question is, who do I want to send to the patient? Who do I want to send to Josephine? um, I don't think there's really a benefit to one way or the other. Let's send the let's send the cannibal girl over to the patient. And let's send Ferdinand to talk to Josephine. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I have entered into a new location, I've paid my time units, I've selected where my characters are going to go, so now I can flip my cards. Oh dear. So the lock symbol means that the character is trapped there and can't get out until the challenge has been completed, but that's fine. Okay, let's see what I'm dealing with here. Oh, yep, just as I thought, the cabinet is locked, and it is card 24 that unlocks it. Alright, so let's start at the beginning and work our way through. The assistant nurse, seemingly panicked, speaks to you in a low voice while glancing towards Josephine. I can't talk to you here. If you want to learn more, meet me later in the dormitory. I'll wait for you there. She then quickly returns to her duties. Take the Gray 4 token. The white. Oh, the white tokens. Call them gray. Okay, so I don't think these tokens go away. If I do come back for a second run, I will retain the knowledge that this nurse, assistant nurse wants to talk to me in the dormitory. Um, so I think the only thing I need to record for that would be, where am I, the infirmary? For the Gray 4, meet nurse in dorm. I will probably get to this run, but in case I don't, I want to make sure that I know where I'm supposed to use this token. Next up. Ah, you again. I just ran into Dr. Hyacinth, who reminded me that he had an appointment with a small group today. His office isn't far, and you know the way. Go when you feel like it. Take item 8. Okay, what is item 8? Oh, it's a piece of the map. And because it has the symbol on it, I get to keep it. So I retain the information that Dr. Hyacinth's office is here. This card gets put on top of that card. So Dr. Hyacinth's office is location 8. Now I can visit here if I want to. Sweet. So I don't need to do this again. Actually, I don't need to do either of these again. So blep blep. This guy. You start a conversation with the orderly. If no woman is present on this card, the conversation ends shortly, and he tells you nothing of interest. Put this card back on the table. If, however, at least one woman is present, oops, you must turn this card upside down and read the following. Oops, upside down. Oh, shoot, it's going to auto-flip. How am I going to do this? Pierre, that's his name. Holds you tightly and tries to pull you to a corner of the room. You have to talk quickly to slip his grasp and be able to leave this card. Unfortunately, there's not even a reward for doing this. It's literally just a, you activated my trap card. So I will know for next time D, avoid. Or avoid this card. So no, definitely do not want to come back to this card. So 4 shields. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, what? 2, 3, 4. And it'll be a yellow test to get out of it. But I don't roll for that just yet. I still need to resolve this card. So E needs key 24. Or needs key 24. Or whatever that item is, number 7. So what is item number 7? Uh-huh. An injection kit. A kit for injections in a vial containing 3 doses of cocaine. Allows a receptacle to recover 3 health. Place 3 cocaine on this card. Discard 1 to recover 1. Cocaine can also be used by Vasile. Okay, so it also works as healing. But he gets another 3 blue tokens. These can be used to heal, or Vasile can use them to get extra dice on rolls. I'll just say for... I don't remember, is there an E on the end? Yes. Okay. Typically, a card will only ever be used in one location, so I think this is now dead. But I don't know. So this is a chain of physical items that I won't be keeping if I make a second run. If I want to get this again, which I can get it again, I'll have to go through the same procedure as last time, which, to be honest, is not that big of a deal because there's nothing really else to do in the day room anyway. I might as well have the characters land on the guy who gives the key, and that way if I want to, I can come here and get the cocaine. But if I don't want it, there's actually no reason to come back here, because I have the information from both the nurses. Sorry, the assistant nurse and Nurse Josephine. I definitely don't want to deal with this jerk again. So anyway, unfortunately, a time unit has to be spent trying to deal with this guy. So Marie has 3 in glibness, and she can count a blank as 1 hit. There we go. 2, 3, 4. That's enough to get this guy to go away. Fortunately, she wasn't stuck there for very long, and nobody had to come to her rescue. It did cost a time unit, but oh well, I'll know better for next time. But that's the infirmary done. And yeah, again, unless I want to come back for the cocaine, there's not really any reason to come back here. The infirmary is kind of a done location. Yeah, there's still a couple of reasons to go back to the promenade. I need the key to get through the gate. I need the plunger for the guy with the top hat. There's no reason to go back to the day room. Although you start there, so you have to do the thing. I don't need to note these things down. I have that information, doesn't matter where it came from. Right. Okay, so I am done in the infirmary. So I could go to the dorm right away and see what this nurse has to say, but I have other locations that I can explore. There's the kitchen and Hyacinth's office. I kind of want to leave the office until last. What I might do is, I don't really know if there's going to be anything worthwhile in the kitchen, but again, we're on an exploratory information gathering mission, so I might as well check out each location. And if it turns out to be a dead end, I will know better for next time. So in this particular case, let's head on over to the kitchen. So I need to roll the dice to see how many units of time it takes to get over there. 2, which is fairly standard. Boop. Characters come off. Things are so tall, they tend to wobble. I don't know why they've been made so tall. I think they're actually this tall in the physical game. I don't know, maybe it makes it easier to move them around or something? I don't know why they're just not flat tokens. Like, these ones are bigger than the small ones. Anyway, I don't know. Right, then these cards get cleared away. And they can go back into here. Oh, shoot. There we go. Okay. So next up, I'm heading to the kitchen. This is a pretty short location, not a whole heck of a lot to do here. Some interesting individuals. Alright, card A. After having wandered for some time in the corridors, you reach a room next to an empty refectory, the kitchen. A rather unpleasant cabbagey smell fills the room, edged with work areas that are covered in pots, pans, and other cookware. To the left, a man in his 50s turns to you and begins to smile after he sees your group. He seems friendly enough. By the back wall, 2 men are washing dishes and pay you no attention. In the far corner, a man and a woman talk to one another in a low voice. Okay, so only 3 locations, which means someone is going to double up. The question is, who do I want to go where? The 2 washing dishes seem like they are going to be difficult to converse with, so I might send Marie to try and talk to them. The 2 having a conversation, I think I need to send people who are agile. Try and eavesdrop on them. So what I might do, I might just send Ferdinand by himself, talk to the cook. And I'll send Edith and Vasile to eavesdrop on these guys. When the push comes to shove, I can use some cocaine tokens in order to get some extra dice. But we'll see how that pans out. I can always shuffle the characters around. It will cost me a time unit, but if need be, I can always go to different locations. So, let's see what it is we're dealing with. You can obtain item 12 by either negotiating... Oh, okay, so she's in the wrong place. He still has a glibness of 2, so we can make a start on working on this guy, I guess. Okay. You again. You're really inseparable. I suppose you've come to beg me for either for another scrap of meat to feed the cats in the park. Well, that's not a problem as long as you have. Man leans in and continues in a low voice. 2 doses of nose candy. To gain item 12, I can negotiate it with him, doing 4 shields with glibness, or give him 2 cocaine tokens, returning them to reserve. Well, the only one that can do that is Vasile, and he's not there at the moment, so can't really do anything. So I think Ferdinand is going to try and talk to the guy. Oops, didn't do that. Seems like the only thing I'm going to get out of this is a chunk of meat, so I don't know if this is really worthwhile, but maybe the meat is used for something at some point. Get out of here, you crazies. Where do you think you are? We're working here. You see, tied to the one of the men's belts, a large metal key. Steal a key from him, you need to get at least 2 successes on a single roll. If you do this, take item 6. Only one agent can attempt to steal, and only one attempt can be made. If you fail, the team is immediately expelled from the kitchen, and you cannot return to this room. Place a yellow token on this room on the plan. Ah. One person with a green roll. I think she still has the best chance of doing it with 2, but I kind of don't want to do it just yet. Nobody else is any better. Have you heard the latest? 2 of them were found doing something shady. Really? No. But where? In the park's kiosk. Can you believe it? A doctor and a nurse. The man suddenly turns to you. What are you doing here? Get back to your quarters. So something is going on in the park's kiosk. So I have to get into the park. Which means I need the key in order to get through the promenade door. Okay, so now I can choose to spend a time unit or leave. Oh, that is key 6, which is the thing that I needed for here. So I do need it in order to get out, but it's a risk to get it. Okay, so actions can be done in any order. Let's see how Ferdinand does trying to convince this guy. If he rolls really well, I might just be able to do it right off the bat. It's doubtful, but we'll see. So I need 4 successes. Whoops. Oh shoot, come on, stay on the table. Nope, I ain't getting it with that roll. Okay. Ferdinand is not doing a good job trying to convince the cook to give him some meat. So I think he can stay and help. He'll go over there because he has no green to help with this. Actually, I can send one of these other ones over there as well. So who wants to try and steal the key? Again, there's not really any difference between the two, although Vasile can add some extra dice if need be. I might do that. Okay, so Vasile's going to try and nick the key. Edith is going to try and talk to the cook. Okay, so that was one. I need to spend another one to perform another action. I'm going to do this one first, just in case. So, yellow things, which everyone can roll. I might as well start with Marie. She has the best chance of knocking off the most shields. And then the others can clean up if needed. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, so I can turn that into a success, so that counts as 2. This guy is proving to be a little bit more difficult to communicate with than the handsy orderly. So now these 2 can try, and they both have 2s for glibness with no modifiers. So we'll go with, I guess, Edith first. Okay, that's 1 more shield. And then Ferdinand. It's 2 successes. That's completed. Okay, I have successfully convinced him to give me item 12. Search, right. Which according to him should be meat. Oops. Yes. 2 pieces of meat. 2 pieces of meat received in the kitchen. You can eat them, discards card, to recover 2 health. Everybody only has 2 health. Seal has 3. Okay, I'll give it to the cannibal for now. But Seal's the only one that can really benefit from it. Because you can't go over your starting health. If you hit 0, you're dead. So, I mean, these characters can only really lose 1 health and still be conscious. Okay, well, I don't know if that's worth it. Kitchen. Card B. Glib test 4 to get meat. Card 12. Alright, and C is agility test. 2, 1 character only. To get E6. Alright, let's give this a try. He is going to spend 1 of his cooking tokens to get an extra dice. So 2 successes on 3 dice. And if it doesn't work, so what? Oh. I think that still counts. Yeah, okay. Alright. So, Vasile managed to sneak the key. I now have item 6. Yay. There's both the keys now. A large key stolen from a cook. Alright, and that's it for here. Which means I need to go to a new location. So I've got 2 places left to go. I can either go back to the promenade and try and do the key. I can go and check out what's going on in the dormitory, or I can go to Dr. Hyacinth's office. I think what I'm going to do is I want to take a look at what's in the dormitory. Going through the gate in the promenade feels like it's advancing to the next section of the game, and I still want to see what's in the dormitory and possibly what's in the doctor's office. I should have plenty of time to do that. So yeah, I think I am going to go to the dorm. And we'll roll my dice. Aha, and get a 1. So I run to the dorm quickly. Characters get taken off. And cards get put away. And the dormitory. good sized location. Oh. Ah. So, because I have the thingy that matches the symbol, I can put a character there to go talk to the nurse. So I should probably see what she wants. The question is, what do I do with the rest of my characters? Card A. After walking a few minutes down the asylum's corridors, you enter the dormitory. It's a large room bordered by 2 rows of beds. At this time of day, only a few beds are occupied by apathetic patients, who, between a few senseless mumbles, let out discreet snores. To the left, a patient calls to you from his bed. The back of the room, lockers, hold the personal belongings of the patients. To the right, through the windows, you glimpse the large park on the east side of the building. A closer look might allow you to better scope out the surrounding area. Okay. So let's send the people person to talk to the nurse. The lockers might be locked. Surprise, surprise. Let's send a seal to deal with that. Edith, I guess, can go talk to the other patient. And Ferdinand can look out the window. Oh, I don't have the blue 2. Oh, and was there anything I wanted to... Oh, yes, I wanted to give her the key because she'll probably be the one talking to the guards at the gate. Everything else is fine. I was thinking about giving the meat the seal, but he can heal already. He can even heal other people. I think Edith hanging on to that's fine. Alright. So dorm. I know that E requires blue 2. And F requires gray 4. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Flip, 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 and flip. Oh, there's blue 2. Okay. The man, chained to his bed, grimaces and shouts, begging you to free him from his bonds. You're going to kill me. I don't want to die. I haven't done anything. I'm not crazy. Free me. No one will ever know about it. Please. Green 2, if you want to free him, pass the test to immediately reveal blue 2. I don't think I really want to free him. Who did I send there? Green, the cannibal girl. Oh, well, she could do it. It's not a hard test. And if he does get into violence, you can always just whack him with the croquet mallet. Whack. Anyway, you can break into multiple lockers at the back of the room. This is a normal deafness test. You can stop whenever you want, but the number of items, between 2, 3, and 4, that you can take depends on the number of remaining shields. Set up the following tests. 5 for agility, or deafness, whatever. If you stop while 2 shields remain, randomly take 1 item. If you stop while 1 shield remains, take 2. And if you've gone through all shields, take 3. Randomly choose, shuffle items 2, 3, and 4 under the table without looking at them, then choose 1 or 2 cards as appropriate. Okay, I might have to send more people to help, but I can definitely give that a try. You get closer to the window, admiring the view of the park. You spot a large greenhouse and see inside it an animal. A blink of the eye later, the beast is gone. A beast that looked like an enormous winged cat. Truth or hallucination? An enormous winged cat sounds very much like the manticore that was in the picture that girl was drawing in the the day room. And there was something about Manticore's tears. But at least that is not something I need to go back to. I can move. Oh, he doesn't have any greens. We can't really help with any of these things. Okay, well, whatever. And finally, let's hurry because I know what will happen to you. The doctor has gone insane. I have this letter that I found as proof, and Josephine isn't much better. No matter what happens, I'd rather know you to be free than dead. There's an entrance to the catacombs. Find it, then flee as quickly as possible. She lowers her head and walks away from you, shocked by what she just did. Take items 5 and 18. Wow. So this is for Marie. Oh, what was it? 5 and 18. 5 and 18. These are... Dear Professor, I've managed to gather the elements indispensable to the success of our project. In order to operate with the greatest discretion, I've identified 5 patients who should allow us to fulfill the conditions required by our plan. The crypt is accessible via the SK, I could say kiosk. To be faster, I've found a passage that allows us to reach the park from my office. Wait for them there to guide them to their destination. The great day is close. Dr. Hyacinth. Oh, so there's a secret passage from Dr. Hyacinth's office into the park. Or into the catacombs. Or whatever. Okay. So I probably don't need to bother with getting the key from the kitchen then. If the meat isn't used for anything other than just a healing thing, then the kitchen could be avoided entirely. Anyway, item 18 is... Ooh. Catacomb entrance. Wait, I thought I had to go through... Don't I have to find the secret door first? No. I guess this is just... If you want to get to the catacombs to escape, you can. That's not our job, though. No, that's not our objective. And the catacombs might be worth looking at, but we're not trying to escape, we're trying to stop what's happening here. Okay, so neither of these things I really need. I get to hold on to that. I don't need this. This just tells me I need to go to the kiosk, and that there's a secret door in Dr. Hyacinth's room. So this is kind of done. Okay, so she can go over and help out with the lockers, I guess. Okay, so these challenges. Let's spend a time unit to try and do these. So for this one, I need 2 regular shields. And then for this one, I need 5. For Edith, that's 2 green. She gives no successes. Wow, okay. She's not very good at unlocking handcuffs or whatever. Or just chains. Okay, well, whatever. Alright, so Vasile's gonna try and open some lockers. He's gonna spend one of his little cocaine thingies to get an extra dice. So he can roll 3. Holy crap. He gets 5. 5 successes. Okay. So he just blows right through all of the shields. Blocks are no problem whatsoever. So this is done. This is B, which is agility 5. You get 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. So let's see what was hidden in the lockers. As far as I know, there's no actual limit to how many items a character can carry. If I need to, I can always ditch this key, though. But anyway, 2, and what was it? 2, 3, and 4? Yeah, 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. All right, this one is... In the dormitory, we found a piece of paper with scribbled symbols. Here's the transcription. Okay, this seems like something important. It's not something I get to keep. So I think I will have to come back here and do this. When I come back and do this. 3 is a ruby. A fake question mark ruby found in the dormitory. Very nice. Ruby. And 4. Oh, it's the plunger. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, plunger, 4. Huh. Okay, so now if I go back to the promenade, I can do both the gate and the plunger. Okay, so the question is, do I stick around to help this guy, or do I just say screw it and leave? I'm kind of tempted to just leave him chained up, actually. But these two characters can still do a thing, so might as well move them. Ferdinand can't help with any of the green stuff, so just stay where he is for moral support. She will head over to here. And that's done. Well, why not just leave this guy chained up? I might just leave him chained up. I don't know if he'll be of any use or any help or whatever, but I might just leave him. I'm running out of time units, and there's still a bunch of other places I want to explore. I did say I was going to do a thorough search, but I don't know. I think if I had gotten this on her thing, I would have gone through with it, but as it is now, I don't want to spend a thing to go through this and then have to deal with whatever this is. Unless this is just an item. Maybe. Well, maybe I'll move him into here, just so that everyone's grouped into the same space. And blue over as well. You know what? Screw it. I am probably going to run out of time. I think once I'm done with the dormitory, I'm going to go over to the doctor's office, maybe see if I can figure out where the secret door is. And I think that might be the end of run 1. But let's finish up with here. Okay, so I can move blue in, even though he won't be able to actually do anything this turn. At least Vasile will be there. I can't give these out to other people for Rerolls. Yeah, they have to be used by Vasile. Okay, anyway. So let's try and undo this guy's chains. 2 characters with 2 green each. I'll try and get 2 successes. So this will be for Edith. That's 1. And then for Marie. Gets 1. Okay, it probably wasn't worth it, but let's see what happens. Ah, yep. Okay. As soon as you free him, the man stares at you. Then a disquieting grin twists his features. But it's you! It's you! You're my executioners. The ones who left me here to rot until I die. He rushes you. So that's 3 skull tokens. Or 3 skull shields. So this guy can actually start to hurt his back. We're all there, so I guess we all have to fight the guy. Ferdinand hasn't performed an action yet. I think he still gets a go. When this guy's revealed, he has 3 shields, so Ferdinand can... I can't remember, does that mean any shields, or just the regular shields? No, that must be any shield. He hasn't gone yet, so he's going to take a punch. So he gets 3. He knocks 1 off. He's going to take a hit in return. Fortunately, he's pretty tough, and actually by knocking the shield off, it makes it impossible for him to hurt Ferdinand back. Unfortunately, it does put him down to 2 shields, so Ferdinand can't fight anymore. So the way that it works is you add the number of shields with skulls, the number of skulls that are rolled. So in this case, it's 3. I think even at 4, it wouldn't be able to hurt him. If it rolls more than the target's defense, the character's defense, so in this case, Ferdinand has 4, then the character takes a hit. It doesn't matter how far over the defense, it's always just 1, unless the character, or the enemy specifically says it does more damage. This one doesn't, so to reach success, it's just 1. But unfortunately, since this is a lock card, I need to spend another time unit in order to try and fight this guy some more. So Ferdinand can't. I kind of want Edith to go last, actually. Well, these ones only have 1 roll each. You know what? It's getting close to the end of the time anyway, so let's have Vasile go, and he'll spend his last one of these in order to gain an extra die. So he'll be rolling 2. And then he will use this, immediately regain back the 3. Which fortunately means that is not used up. So he's going to try and punch the guy. Oof. He does a point of damage, but he'll take a hit in return. Fortunately, I don't think that does any damage, because it's 2 to his 2. So it doesn't beat his defense, which means that no damage is done. I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain that's how it's meant to go. Actually, I can just check that real quick. And even if it's equal to or higher, he'll only take 1 point of damage, so it's not like it's the end of the world. Let's see, time stories and rules. I wish there was a rule book in the mod, but uh, unfortunately not the case. Let's see, test and dice rolls, blah blah blah. Riposte. Add skull shards to the dice on the present. Those present on the shield determine strength. If your resistance is equal to or greater than the number of skulls, nothing happens. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so yes, Vasil manages to fend him off. And I guess I might as well give Edith the finishing blow. I mean, she doesn't need to heal, but you might as well get a little nibble. She rolls 3 dice with her new croquet mallet. And yeah, she bonks him on the head. Okay, there's no rewards for winning a fight, but now I know. Do not do that card. In the dorm. Wait. Oops. That was supposed to be C. B. Avoid this card. No good deed goes unpunished. Okay. I think with the time that I have left, I'm going to check out the doctor's office. I'm going to move over here to location 8. I am going to roll to see how many time units that takes. 3. See, the 3 negates the fact that I rolled a 1 in the last time. So again, it's just 2, 2, 2. Why even bother with the dice roll? 1, 2, 3. Oof, I'm very quickly running out of time units. Okay, characters come off. Cards get put away. The only reason to go to the dorm room is for the items that are in the cabinet. If I go there, I know just to put every character in there. Although with no green, although if I change characters, okay. And this is location 8. Oh, this is a very small location. Oops. Back here. Alright, that needs a blue 1. That needs a gray 2, and all characters to be on that location. So I can't even go there until I have the gray 2. So I need to figure out where that is. That might be the secret door. But yeah, I've only got 2 spots to move into. I might do like a 2 and 2. Oh, is the doctor actually there? I think I need to send her to that. And I don't know, there's no like observation skill. But maybe I should send people with a green over to here. Well, I'll take a look at card A and make a decision. But anyway, I think that is a pretty good stopping point for this particular video. I've been able to explore most of the asylum. I only really have the doctor's office and the catacombs left, although I do know that I need to go out into the park and that there's a kiosk that leads to some secret place. Unfortunately, I am running very quickly out of time units. I think the office is the last I'm going to be able to do before I run out of time, and I'll have to try again. But I've collected some really good information. I know some places to avoid. I know some places to beeline to. There are some things that may or may not be worth getting. Like if there's a secret entrance in the doctor's office, I probably don't need the key from the kitchen. I don't know if I'm going to need the meat, but the kitchen could just be a no-go. The infirmary, I only really want to go to get cocaine, either for Vasile or if I want some healing for the characters, which I don't know. The locker in the dorm room, is definitely a place I need to go to. So the only place that's really a requirement that I know of so far is the dormitory. Everywhere else is more for optional stuff. The kitchen for the meat, infirmary for the cooking, promenade, so far just for the croquet mallet. But I don't know what the top hat guy wants. And actually, yeah, if I don't need the key, I don't need to do that. So the only reason to go back to there would be for the mallet and to see what the top hat guy wants. Which, honestly, I don't know if he's worth talking to. He did say he was an agent, so I don't know, maybe he has some information that I need. But I seem to be doing okay without him. But, I guess we'll see. But anyway, I think that about does it for that. So, thank you very much to those who are watching. I really do enjoy these kinds of games. People who made this are the same ones, I think, that do things like the Unlock series of games, which I greatly, greatly enjoy. I love the whole investigating the cards, collecting the items, solving the puzzles, doing the things. It's a lot of fun. I really, really do enjoy this. So I look forward to the other ones in the series, which I haven't played yet. Asylum is one that I have played a couple times, but still, I enjoy playing through it, and I don't really remember much at all. So it's nice to replay, kind of refresh memory. But anyway, yes, that about wraps things up for tonight. So I will see you all in the next video.